in life we've got all these challenges that are going to be there whether we like it or we don't. But as much as we've got all these challenges there, we then see this world differently because of how we choose to look at our challenges and what we plan to do with and what we've made our world to be. For this old man is that he looked at this mountain and he said to me, I've got a place to go to. I've got kids that can take me in, and I can have a roof over my head, I can have clothes, I can have food, I can have all the best things. But I would not have fulfillment. I would not be fulfilled there. I would have to live their way, their rules, see the world their way, through their eye. And I said, this year for me it's more fulfilling than living there. I can rather live on a mountain outside here where I'm fulfilled. While the guys that were homeless on the other side of the mountain didn't have a choice. They stayed in this mountain because it's all they can have. And they saw this mountain as a curse. To them, this was poverty. We were cursed to stay here. One day I'll do better, I'll move out of this mountain. I never thought my life would turn out this way. And they and the old man lived in precisely the same world. They saw this world differently. With the old man, he saw this world as part of him. This is my world. This is where I want to be. I'm happy here. I've got this here. He looked at these things and saw the best situation. He looked in his situation and he identified the best things about his situation. What is best about this? What is great about this situation? What is good about this situation? And he looked at this, and it made his world bearable. It made his world fulfilling, different, normal, happy. And the other guys are missing all that because they've decided to look at the negatives of their world. It's cold, we're outside, it's raining, there is no running water, there is no proper sanitation. I can't invite people here. And their world has become miserable. They hate where they are. They wish every day that they're out of this place. That's what the world is. The world is what we make it to be, what we decide it is. And that's what I'm touching about in the book. I really just want to talk about it, to talk about this 20-year philosophy. To say, breaking our lives in 3 stages of 20 years and dictating what is supposed to be in every stage. That's not really fulfilling. At It's impressive, but it's not fulfilling. You'll get all those things. You'll never see yourself going through your life. You'll run so quick through your life because you want to achieve all these things. But like I said, whether you're walking slow or you're running, destiny is destiny. You're not going to change it. You're not going to make it come quicker or come later by varying how quick you walk or how slow you walk. That's just what it is. And at that stage and moment where one finds fulfillment and give up things that have been distracting or prohibiting or sort of like taking away that fulfillment, then we see them as abnormal. We see them as mad, we see them as crazy, we see them as having lost the plot. What we don't realize is that they have come to a decision that is not familiar to us, because they've come to a decision that is not dictated by human beings. They decide to live differently. They decide to take a different route. They've seen what their fulfillment is lying or where it is, and they fulfilled, and they're going for that. And some of us, their fulfillment will come in money. Some of us, fulfillment will come in teaching others. Some of us, fulfillment will come in writing, telling stories, telling history of others, telling their opinion. And until one finds that fulfillment, then one just ends up running up and down. So yeah, we are hamsters. There's this big wheel of predetermined life and expectation, and immediately you're born, you get into this wheel and you start running. And in running, you hurt yourself, and you don't get time to heal, because you've got to run. Because the minute you stop running, the wheel stops moving, and it needs to move. Because that's sort of like your pseudo-purpose, that you've set yourself this purpose that you don't know where it came from, because you never got the chance to sit down and search what your purpose is. So your purpose is making this wheel run. So even when you hurt, you just keep on running. Even when others come in and they want to run with you to make your wheel run, you run them out. You run on top of them, you kill them, you injure them, you run on top of them, you hurt them, because you don't stand to wait and look and see what is happening around you. You're so much focused on the wheel running, and you're running and you're running and you're running. The wheel is moving. You're happy. The wheel is moving. Somebody comes in, runs on your wheel so that you get some time out, relax, heal, forget about it, take time. I will run, let your wheel. You don't see that because you don't think around that. You only think about what is predetermined, what is set there for you to do, and that is moving the wheel. So yeah, that's unfortunately how our life today is. Are we going to get out of it? We don't live long enough to. You run, you wear yourself out, Your body can't take it anymore. You collapse. Before you know it, it's 65 years. It's time for you to go. You've just pensioned. You haven't enjoyed life. There has to be an easy way to live our life. You can't just wake up every morning, you go to work, run through the day, so much to even notice anything, so much to even notice your colleague saying to you, you look beautiful today. Because you're running past everyone and past everything that they say. Friday comes, you're so much focused on dealing with your weekly stress, and you just go wasted on loud music, and come Sunday you're at church, still not concentrating on yourself, you concentrating on, I need to pray to God to give me strength, I need to pray for that, I need to pray for that, but no way here have you just taken time to say, sit down and say, what fulfills me? What makes me? What do I need? Channel your prayer so that it's more specific to you. Stop praying for universal things, general things, and we pray for those general things and everything because we don't understand ourselves. We don't know ourselves. God, I pray for a car, God bless me with a house, God bless me. You're asking things that the world has predetermined that you need. There's never been where you sit down and say, God, bless me with compassion. God bless me with dedication. Things that you really need, things that are going to really fulfill you and make you complete. You don't ask for those, you ask for the worldly things that are predetermined for you, that the world has said, these are the things that you need. You need this, you need that, you need that. So that's what we need. It's not an easy world. It's a difficult world. One of the codes that I've written on the book is that it's like contact sport. While you are in it and you're running and you're fighting your battles, there'll be some that cheer for you. But guess what? There'll be others that have to punch you to also win the prize. The only difference is that you really don't have direct opponents. Nobody's opposing you. The only thing is that you're running for the same goal. So it's not necessarily that this person or your competitor is opposing you. It's not about you. It's about the goal that you guys are going for, and you're all running and gunning for the same thing. We sit now, we pray for cars, all of us. Already we're sitting with enough traffic in Joburg, but everybody that prays is still praying for a car. God bless me with a car. Where are you going to drive the car? Where are you going to drive it? How about we start looking at things that matter and say, God, bless me with acceptance. Just acceptance. Bless me with the spirit of sharing. Just so that when I go to work, I'm fine with sharing